Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I have another 16 by 40 custom garden shed that's here on my lot available. Standard stain on the outside. That's T111 5/8 inch plywood. It's pressure treated, comes with a limited lifetime warranty. This one has a metal roof that's black. Your metal roof will come with a 25-year warranty. Standard on what I've been getting for these 16 by 40 garden sheds is a 2x3 window single pane, another 2x3 window single pane, two more on the back wall, and a 36 by 80 9-light walk-in door. Let's go on inside and take a look. Oh, before I go inside, I was going to point out we have this eave that overhangs on both left and right sides. By the way, that measurement of 16 by 40 is measured from eave to eave. But up here in the eave is a soffit vent that runs the entire side wall of the building on both sides. I'm going to show you more about that when we go inside. First thing that I hope that you notice is plywood. Plywood floors, plywood walls. That's a big difference from what you're going to see from most of the other portable building manufacturers. They don't use plywood in the walls and floors. Some may offer it as an upgrade, but then you're going to pay more for that upgrade. Graceland only uses plywood walls and floors in our standard signature series buildings. Okay, plywood walls and floors, 5/8 inch thick walls and floors, all pressure treated, all with a limited lifetime warranty. Now let's talk about the walls. 2x4s are in the walls, and they are 16 inches apart. That's standard for how you would build a wall if it was for a home. A lot of other companies making portable buildings or sheds, they space them further apart at 24 inches. That means they can use fewer 2x4s in a wall, which makes it less expensive for them to build those buildings, okay? But Graceland uses more 2x4s. We space them at 16 inches apart, and I want you to notice we double reinforce them every third wall stud or every 4 feet. So there's a double reinforced. We go single, single, and here's a double. So that's the way it is all the way around. Double reinforced every 4 feet, okay? At the bottom of the walls, single reinforced. At the top of the walls, again, double reinforced. That's different from how a lot of the other companies build their walls. They just do a single 2x4 at the top. It saves them money, but it gives you a weaker wall. Same thing with our window frames and door frames, double reinforced, okay? A lot of the other companies only single reinforce them. We use two 2x4s all the way around that window frame, okay? Same thing for your door frame. And what does that mean for you if you've got a double reinforcement around your doors and window frames? What that means is your door and window frame stays square with the building. So once your building's delivered to you on your site and leveled on your site, your doors and windows should open freely like they are supposed to do, okay? A lot of the other companies don't double reinforce their door and window frames, which means they're not going to stay square when the building is moved and brought to your site, and your doors and windows may not open freely like they're designed to do. Okay, so that's important for you to know about how we do our walls and how they're different. Now at the top of the walls, I'm going to aim the camera up there, you can probably see a little bit of light reflecting through, and that is from that soffit ventilation system that I told you goes all along the side of the side wall of the building, both sides. That's for improved airflow and air circulation. That's a Graceland exclusive. They have a patent on it, so the other companies can't copy that airflow system. That's a ventilation system. It works in conjunction with this roof ridge vent, screened in roof ridge vent that goes the entire length of the roof. It's screened in to keep out bugs and debris, but it also allows for an improved airflow. So the side vent and the side vent work in conjunction with the roof vent to circulate the air in here, and it keeps it about 10 to 15 degrees cooler in the hot, humid summertime extreme temperatures. That's a really big deal. In addition to that, I want to talk to you about what we've done to our roof. In this particular building, they have applied the G-board radiant barrier roof on the inside of the roof, on the interior. It looks like this aluminum foil, like a tape. It reflects out 97% of the sun's radiant heat. That's an optional upgrade available in all of our buildings. This particular building already has it installed because it tends to be that a lot of people in my area, when they're buying buildings like this, they want that installed. So we already have it installed in this building. That also adds another 10 to 15 degrees of cooling in the hot summer. It makes a big difference in the summertime. It's not an insulation, so it doesn't make a big difference in the wintertime, but in the summertime, it makes a huge difference. And combined with our ventilation systems, your building will stay much cooler in here than it would be if you built a building that didn't have our vent systems and didn't have that radiant barrier roof. Okay, so that's some big upgrades available. Now I want to talk to you about the roof trusses. Again, they're 2x4s. Okay, and they are premium grade. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. The only kind of lumber that we buy and use is premium grade lumber. It costs Graceland more to use premium grade, but it gives you a better quality of wood and a better quality building. Okay, so premium grade lumber in the walls and the floors and here in the roof trusses. It's premium grade 2x4s, pressure treated, lifetime warranty on all of our pressure treated lumber products, okay? The roof itself has a 25-year warranty. So I want you to pay attention to the triangle shape of the roof truss, which you probably never really thought about before unless you were a roofer. That base of the triangle, the bottom part, the hypotenuse, goes all the way across. It spans the entire gap from top of that wall to the top of that wall. And it's really important for you to pay attention to that when you're looking at other buildings. Do their roof trusses, do the base of their roof trusses, do they touch the tops of the walls? If they're higher up and they don't actually touch the tops of the walls, then you don't have as strong of a roof truss as we do. If you looked into a home, what they call a stick-built home, you would find that the roof trusses do that, okay? Because that gives you the strongest base that you can have for your roof. And we are spanning a really large gap here, so it's better to have that. It costs more to put big 2x4s like that, really long 2x4s. So other companies choose to use shorter 2x4s and take the base of the roof truss and lift it up higher so that they save a little bit of money by not buying as big of a piece of wood. Okay, so Graceland doesn't skimp on that quality. That's important for you to notice. And also, notice how we use the metal clips to hold the roof trusses together. That's standard in the industry. But pay attention, other companies don't do that when they build their roof trusses. I know I go and check out my competition every now and then and walk through their buildings, and I can verify you, they do not all build them like this. Okay, standard on our roofs is the OSB roof decking, which you cannot see because you're looking at the radiant barrier, but that's just roof decking. It's OSB, not plywood, but OSB is standard in the roofing industry for your roof. On the outside of the roof decking is the metal roof, and between the metal roof and this roof decking is a moisture barrier, a tar paper type of moisture barrier between those two, okay? That's standard if you were building a roof. Not all the other portable building companies build theirs that way, so I recommend you ask. If you're shopping around, I would ask, how do they do their roof? How do they do their floors? And I'm gonna talk about those. How do you do your walls? Okay, pay attention to all of those things. Okay, so our roofs are great roof, great walls. Now let's talk about the floors. 5/8" plywood floors. They're tongue and groove, so each slab is interlocked with each other slab. It's a seamless, gapless floor, which means that bugs that are underneath this building cannot get up through these seams because they are interlocked together, all right? That's really the only way to do a floor is using tongue and groove, but other companies don't do that. So if they're not using tongue and groove to interlock the slabs together, what that means is if they're just using regular nails, at some point, the plywood slabs can pull apart from each other. Well, they're not even using plywood. They're using some sort of a composite floor, but they can pull apart from each other. These are tongue and groove. That will not happen with these, okay? Now, let's talk about warranties. Oh no, I'm sorry, I forgot. Underneath the floor, before I talk about warranties, underneath this floor, this 5/8" plywood floor, we have the floor runners, the floor joists, and they are 2x6, not 2x4s like our wall studs, but 2x6. A lot of the other companies use 2x4 floor joists. We don't. Not 2x4s, 2x6s. And we space them out 16 inches apart like our wall studs are, okay? That's important for you to know that you have a strong floor in this building. You have the optional upgrade of going 12 inches apart instead of 16 inches apart if you want. That's an optional upgrade. It's not available in this building since it's already built, but if you want a custom build, we can do that. So we build the best floors, walls, and roof that you're gonna find in the portable building industry. There are very few companies that can compete with the kind of quality that we're offering. So if you're considering turning something like this into a hunting cabin or a do-it-yourself tiny home, I think you couldn't do better than starting with the Graceland building for your base of operations and then going from there, okay? Now let's talk about the warranties. Graceland stands behind their better quality of build and better materials with a better warranty. We'll see other companies only offer a 5-year warranty. We have a 7-year warranty on workmanship, okay? That's a big deal, and they stand behind their quality with that warranty. Again, 25-year warranty on the roof, limited lifetime warranty on all of this premium treated lumber that you're looking at, okay? Super awesome warranties. The cash price is always your best price, but we also offer rent to own, 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years. There's no credit check. There's no penalty to pay it off early. A lot of other companies offer rent to own, but they lock you in on a rental payment and they penalize you if you want to pay it off early. Graceland does not do that. It's a huge difference between how Graceland handles rent to own and the other companies. Free delivery and setup is available within 50 miles of my lot. And after 50 miles, there is a mileage charge. But from the first 50 miles is absolutely free. The big building like this does require a little more logistics on delivery because it is a super big building. It requires a truck and trailer and a driver, plus 2 pilot vehicles and their drivers. So the logistics of scheduling it takes a little bit longer to get it delivered just because we have to have 3 drivers, 3 separate vehicles going out. Okay, let's see, what else are there standard questions? That's really about all there is to it. If you have any questions, what I want to encourage you to do is to message me. In this video, I'm going to have a description to some links, like to my Facebook page, to my website, where you can chat with my chat bot, send me some questions, and I'll respond to them at some point. I mean, I'm not always live on that chat bot, but if you ask it a question, it'll say, I'm not programmed to answer that question, please text me. So you can text me directly, or give me your number and I'll text you, or give me your email and I'll email you, okay? So just get on my website. You can message me directly on YouTube. You can message me on Facebook. I'll have all of those things in the video description, so please take a look at that video description. A lot of ways to get a hold of me, all right? I forgot, there's one more thing I meant to tell you about our roof trusses. It's a new development. Our old buildings, we used to use a metal hurricane clip to attach the roof truss to the tops of the walls, but we now have upgraded. Metal hurricane clips are super strong, and they gave us a 150 mile an hour wind gust certification. We retained that wind gust certification, which makes us able to sell even down into Florida, where they have super high winds for those hurricanes, right? So we now use, instead of the metal hurricane clips, we use what's called a hurricane screw, a very, very long wood screw that holds that roof truss onto the wall. And it's basically twice as strong as our old metal hurricane clips. So I want you to know our roof trusses are adhered to the tops of those walls very securely. We still have that 150 mile an hour wind gust certification, which is kind of a big deal in the Ozarks where I'm selling buildings, because we have a lot of strong storms coming through all the time. So if you have any questions about this building or us getting a custom build started for you, please don't hesitate. Just send me a message, and there's a lot of ways to do that, and just check that out. Check that information out in the video description below here, or to the left of here, or to the right. I'm not sure where the video description is going to show up on this, but check it out and get that information. Send me a message. Aloha from the Ozarks.